Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Writing Gal Pals podcast, where we talk all things writing and reading.
I don't know that we often introduce ourselves, so maybe
Literally never.
Let's take a
Not wonderful.
I'm Gigi.
I'm Casey.
I'm Lily.
I'm Michelle.
And we're the Writing Gal Pals.
I have to say that was the fastest we've ever gotten our shit together.
That was really good.
I can't wait to hear that.
We did not rehearse that at all.
Believe it or not.
Yeah. All right. What's up, everybody? How's life and everything going?
I have a little bit of a cold. I'm sorry if I sound sniffly at all. Please monitor me. If I'm breathing heavily into the mic,
Okay.
tell me to put it down.
You don't sound sick.
Honestly, you
great.
don't.
You sound good.
No, not at all.
Do I have a sexy sick voice?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, your voice is always sexy to me.
You guys are you don't sound different. I'm but is it sexy?
But is it sexy?
Okay.
I do know that Taylor Swift was just on a podcast, but I did want to put the offer out for her if she wanted to come on ours.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
I'll just sit her far away from Lily.
It's okay. I wouldn't even come.
We will take you over Taylor Swift.
Yes,
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Thank you.
You might.
Gigi's like, speak for yourself.
So, guys, we have a really exciting episode today. It was my idea. Let me just put that out there. So I think we have all gathered a list of our books that have impacted us greatly on our lives. For me, mine mostly came from my tweenage years. I don't know, y'all's could have come from different life phases, life periods, but we've all collected a list of 3 to 5 plus. And we're just going to kind of chat about why these books impacted us, what they mean to us, and then maybe how they influenced our writing as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's going to go first?
I'm only going to offer to go first because you guys might be able to just talk about yours.
No, go.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Although one or two of mine might actually align. We'll see. Because I started early. Because I credit Where the Red Fern Grows to making me a reader 100%.
Oh, that's such a good one.
And so anytime anybody's how long, whatever, just Where the Red Fern, I remember, so my twin sister has never really been a reader. She is now, but she's never really been a reader. And I remember sitting in our room together sobbing, and she's going, what is wrong with you? She just never understood it. She never got it. And I just love that book. Kelly Turner, who we grew up really close to, it was the Campbells and the Turners. And she was always a reader. And I just remember talking to her one day, and I'm like, well, what should I read? What should I start with? And this was in elementary. I don't even know what grade I was in. And I was like, I want to read. And she gave me Where the Red Fern Grows. And it was just a reader ever since. So I love that book.
Love that book.
That tracks with your sad book.
Yeah.
Well, every single one of these, except for maybe, well, no, that's kind of sad too, because that's what I went with. So I did, I guess to start off with that, because I did go with the most impactful, because I'm looking at all this stuff that I love, that just whatever, but these are probably the ones that were most impactful. So Where the Red Fern Grows definitely tracks with the sad stuff.
Did you ever read Bridge to Terabithia?
Oh my gosh.
You know what's funny though is I have wanted to. It's just one of those I guess I was older at the time, but I would have loved to have gone back. I need to go back and read that.
That was the first book I read in 24 hours.
Really? So I think I did too.
Yeah.
I have this visceral memory of sitting in my mom's front seat in her Volvo, and I'm sobbing, and my mom's like, Gigi, stop crying. I'm like, I was so devastated.
Yeah.
And then that's when I realized books can impact you.
Crush you. Yeah, for sure. My next, I know it's going to sound so cheesy and so obvious, but I have to do it, is Harry Potter. I mean, that really...
It's on my list.
It's just, that's more than just a reading impact. That's a lifetime of things, for me anyway, And it's funny because I've always, and I don't know if you guys do this too, and I've always done it, but I kind of do it with movies too, where I read and I pay attention to the writing. I read and I go, oh, this is right, whatever, as opposed to just getting lost in the story.
Yeah.
And I do it with movies when it comes to like acting. Like I'm pointing out the way that this acting is handling the situation versus just enjoying the story. And I would honestly say that Harry Potter is probably the only series or book that I've read that J.K. Rowling like wasn't even in it for me. It was such a world, and these characters were so strong, and it was just this whole thing, and it carried like from the time, because I was probably 13 when I picked them up, to what, 22 years old, you know what I mean? Like that you're waiting for these books to come out, and that's such a huge part of your life. Have a tattoo, like it's just one of those millennial things. But at least it's not the symbol. It's a quote.
Everybody has a symbol.
I love that.
What is the quote?
The quote is, so it's actually from, oh my God, I'm going to do this, and now I'm like freezing, from book 5. Prisoner of Azkaban, and Dumbledore's apologizing to Harry for shading him out the whole time, and so it's, youth cannot know how age thinks or feels, but old men are guilty if they forget what it was to be young. And I just always loved that, and so that's on my arm. Cadence has used it against me a few times, by the way.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So of course Harry Potter. So then I go into
I've never seen you so like animated.
Sorry.
This is so
apologizing.
No. This is great.
Sorry. And then I go into a little older. So I have to do John Irving. So I went with The World According to Garp. So the first book of John Irving that I read was A Widow for 1 Year. And I loved it. I really loved it. But for whatever reason, Garp was the second book I read, and that just grabbed me. And I have no idea why. I don't know why, but and then everything I've ever read of John Irving, I just absolutely love. And I don't know what it is about him or what he does, but he's so good at just the people of this story and just this true story and what it pulls you into, and he's always really, really good with some sort of meaning there and some sort of lesson there, and I love it so much. And he's really good at, which a lot of people I think don't like, because it's this repetitive detail of things, but like A Widow for 1 Year, for instance, it's this constant call out to, they've got these boys, it's this husband and this wife, and they've got these boys, and one of them's learning to drive, and when you turn into a left lane, do not turn your wheel all the way to the left. Don't do that. And it's this repetitive, okay, and that ends up being how one of them dies. You know what I mean? And so it's like, he's just really good at that, and it's just this, everything's just full of heart, and I just love him. And so he's probably impacted my writing the most, and just everything. And then I went with John Boyne, who wrote The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, but that's not the book. I actually never read The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, but that's young adult, and then he does adult books. And this is A History of Loneliness. And this is just, God, this book, it's so subtle, but okay, so it's, he's Irish Catholic. And so it's a priest set in Ireland, and it's through sort of all of the scandal, right, with the priests and the young kids. And he is an innocent bystander, but he knows that his best friend is not. And so it's his best friend throughout, who's a priest and everything. And it's just this way of handling that, right? Like, he's like, well, I'm not doing anything wrong, but I am doing something wrong because I'm not saying anything. And it's just this level of guilt that he takes with him, and what that does to a person, and just how he's kind of managing all of that. And obviously, this is, I don't know how to say this, his priesthood and his religion and all of that. And it's just such a powerful story. And it's done so well, because it's just this subtle but obvious, and like not necessarily like in your face. Like, it's not like he's sitting here going, I feel so guilty. It's like all these subtle little ways of doing it. It's just beautiful writing. And so I read a lot of his, and he's so good. But that book just always sits with me. And then I have, The Kite Runner. I have to do The Kite Runner. And that is just the most traumatic, heartbreaking book. A lot of people have a hard time reading it, but that just always stayed with me. So that's Khalil Hosseini, and the books he writes are always just devastating, like truly devastating, and just like, and they're very cultural driven, so you get that too, and just all the different cultures and all of that, and I love that. For the Kite Runner, a guy who's a kid who's a little bit higher up in status, and someone who kind of works for his father, and this other little boy like idolizes him and they're friends, and something horrific happens to him, and the more well-off boy witnesses it and does nothing to help him. Mm-hmm. And so it's, maybe I just gravitate towards guilt books, but it's just like that heartbreaking, like, which is funny.
And what you wrote,
right?
too.
And so it's like, I don't know what it is, because it's not like I grew up, I mean, maybe I did just because that's life, but like, But anyway, just these heartbreaking books. So I'm starting off on a very sad note, but those are all the books that impacted my life.
Wow, every single one of those was a sad book.
I know.
Well, Harry Potter's sad
Harry
for
Potter,
sure.
I know. Well, it's funny because this past year, and like you ladies, honestly, and just reading different things, this is the happiest stuff that I've ever read.
Wow.
I'm so
Normally
glad
I'm
we could
reading
bring that
things
to you.
So happy.
I know. Thank you for bringing happiness into my life, which is legitimate. But no, I've always just gravitated towards like the really heartbreaking stuff.
Wow, I can't relate. I can't relate.
So sorry, but
Well, don't apologize. I feel like really uncultured that I haven't read most of what you've
No,
just talked
not
about.
at all.
I don't even know who John Irving is.
Oh, I have 2 of his books on my shelf.
Yeah.
There were shelves, but I am about to start. Well, not about, like, I have to read 4 more books.
yeah, no,
but
you're totally good.
then I have a list, and it's like number 5 on my list, The World According to Garp.
Well,
I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm so excited you're gonna read it. And just to your point, though, he's 85 years old. Like, it's not like he's like this young writer that like would be in our faces. But do you know Cider House Rules? Because that was a pretty famous movie.
Yeah.
That's John Irving, and he wrote the screenplay for that. He won an award for the screenplay for that, so it's dead on to the book.
Oh, cool.
But it's so good. But he isn't for everybody because he is a little bit more detailed and he is can be a little bit more long-winded. I just love the way he writes people. So yeah.
What's everybody's favorite Harry Potter book?
I swear it changes. For the longest time, it's Prisoner of Azkaban because I loved all the like that was when everything was getting a little older, and I loved the story of all of them. But then I also love the Half-Blood Prince because I like all the history from the Half-Blood Prince. Yes.
I've
Okay.
always been the fourth, like the fourth one with the tournament.
It is fun.
Cool.
It's
Oh,
just
Goblet of Fire,
fun.
yeah.
Cedric, I just love it. Like I'd always go back to that book.
Yeah.
And then I like the Order of the Phoenix as well. But surprisingly,
Very good.
the third has always been my least favorite because I don't like the trope of repeating a day. So that drives me
I
nuts.
get that. I can see that.
Yeah.
I think I also love the 4th one. It's just fun.
Yeah.
And then I hated a lot of Order of the Phoenix. Like, it just annoyed me. Harry was annoying and like
He was tough in
He
that book.
was.
Yeah.
He was tough.
Yeah.
But Fred and George in that book, that was like
They're so
peak
freaking
them.
funny.
So,
Yeah.
I love them.
I've only read them once.
It's okay. We forgive you.
I'm not
Just
like
say a
gonna shame
number
you.
between 1 and 6.
I think I think the 6th was my favorite.
Yeah.
I read them. I listened to them like back in 2020 for the first time, and I haven't revisited them. But I liked learning about how tied to Tom Riddle or how
Yeah.
mirrored their lives are Harry's and Tom's. I thought that was really interesting, and I think they could have done that movie a lot better.
For sure.
Because they focused on the relationship aspect, but there was so much more that you learned just historically.
Yeah. I'm kind of hearing your stuffiness, and it's adorable.
I'm sorry.
Not
Sorry.
sexy
You're
really
Harry
before, but it's so cute. Okay, sorry.
So yeah.
So who wants to go next?
Do you just want to go in order, Gigi?
Yeah.
Okay. This I didn't actually write this down because for me I was thinking more about like honestly being a tween and like, but I do want to give a shout out to The Secret Garden for like influencing the magic in my life. Like to me, I love a good meadow, and I just feel like magical when I think of The Secret Garden. And I did really like most of the summer reading books. But that being said, I'm about to get into some tween categories here. Okay, so check Harry Potter. Check Twilight.
Obviously. I think we don't need to go into that, but yeah, check for me too. She's a freak.
The dog, by the way.
She's a super freak. I'm gonna kind of just gonna run through these. Vampire Academy.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess maybe a year ago I reread the first one, and then like a week ago I reread the second one, and it's like, it's just so freaking fun and like silly, goofy, and like I love them so much.
I feel like I have to read them.
So
We can both read them.
Oh, you haven't read them
I
either,
never
yeah.
read them.
It won't be like Twilight again, I promise.
No. This is like
no
mature.
action.
It's
It's like mature for a young adult book.
What I like about them is like they age with you.
Yes.
So like the first one is like definitely more like I'm a freshman or whatever.
And world building, and the stakes are not high.
Yeah.
Pun.
And then the one
Steaks. Vampires.
And then my favorite, which, because I'm going to keep rereading, I think it's the fourth one where she's literally like a sex slave. Like, she's tied up in bed. Like, it's so sexy.
I think it's the fifth or the sixth, yeah.
I'm so ready for it.
It gets, like, Scandi for a young adult.
It's Scandi.
Yeah.
So that was good. Like, I can't tell you how much that impacted my life. Clearly, I still have my original copies, and like
so fun.
The one that I just read has a sticker on it that's like Twilight Book Club. Like, this was part of the Twilight Book Club, and then like the pages are yellow and you can smell it. And I have like faded dog ears on all my books. It's so special to me.
It's so cute. It's like Twilight might have been like the popular vampire book when you were a young adult, but this is like a vampire story.
These are like the true fans of vampire books.
They can't go out at like in the daytime sort of thing because they'll burn. Yeah, they don't sparkle or whatever. It's really, really good, and it's darker themed and really good storyline. Yeah. There's 6 books.
There's 6 of them, and then there's a spin-off of another 6 books of like another character, and she's like an alchemist. And also highly recommend those.
Yeah.
I love you, Rochelle Mead. I constantly go. Rochelle Mead hasn't published a book since 2017.
Heartbreaking.
I literally go
write
back.
Her letters.
I refresh her website.
She needs to write adult novels.
She doesn't have an Instagram. She has like a Twitter. I'm so upset. She also did sort of a selection series kind of.
She also kind of did write a adult series because she wrote about
succubus. Yeah,
succubus.
So, okay, moving on. I wanted to also mention the Mortal Instruments.
Oh my gosh!
Because out of all of the books, this series might have had the biggest influence because it's so big. 6 books in the original Mortal Instruments. Then there's like 3 prequels, and then there's another 3 prequels, and then there's another
infinity. Yeah.
And then there's the final trilogy is coming out in 2026. People say something about like, oh, if blah blah like wrote down a grocery list, I would buy it. That's how I feel about Cassandra Clare. She just understands how to write characters. She understands like character dynamics and world building so well. I say that, and I did not like her adult book, but I think she could try that. Fine, whatever. Like, Mortal Instruments will forever be in my soul.
So I know I've heard you guys talk about them, but what are they about?
So they're like demon hunters.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of like why I think I love like dark fantasy and sci-fi so much.
But they're also like demon hunters in the normal world. So the main girl is just like a girl in New York City.
Okay. An urban fantasy.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm a normal girl. And then she meets these demon hunters and finds out that her mom was like from them. And so then she gets like roped into that world. It's so fun.
Can I tell you guys a hilarious story about Cassandra Clare?
You told this.
Did I tell you guys?
You were like her dog sitter or
no,
something.
I babysat her kids and didn't realize it was her.
I forgot about that too, but I wouldn't have.
But you haven't
told
told the
stories.
podcast.
Yeah.
Well, she is one of the co-creators of Y'all Fest, which is a young adult literary festival down in Charleston. And my senior year, I think this fall semester, my senior year, I had an internship class where I interned at the bookstore that is also part of the co-creators of Y'all Fest. And they reached out to a couple of us who were their interns and said, hey, there's an author who's coming in, and they have like, a dinner before the event kicks off of all the people who are on the board. And they said, is anyone available to watch their kids? And I said, oh yeah, I'm free. And I went to her hotel. I didn't know what she looked like. I had read The Mortal Instruments, so that's what's crazy is I had read it, but I didn't like... I don't think that I was told her name outside of maybe her first name. It did not like compute with me at all.
It also probably wouldn't have just like
right.
No.
It's not normal.
You don't think,
And there are so many young adult authors that are kind of bigger names that have co-created that festival. So it didn't compute with me at all. And I think she Venmo'd me afterwards. Like she came back, Venmo'd me, and I saw the name come in that said Cassandra Clare, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, wait, what? And then I was like, funny. I had to Google it to remind myself that she was part of it, and I was like, I wish that I had known that. I would have like...
What would you have done? Kidnapped her kids?
Yeah.
If only I'd known.
I mean, I would have told her like I'm a big fan. Like,
It was probably nice that you didn't.
Honestly.
You know what I mean?
But I also felt like a dick because, like, I don't know, I was still like very much reading young adult books, like when I was in college, even at my senior year, just like authors that I've been following, and I was like, oh. Anyways,
But I think I want to conclude by saying that, like, this book I'm reading now, Immortal Consequences, it's like a YA fantasy, and I'm almost 30 years old, and I'm okay with loving YA fantasy for the rest of my life. I think I always will.
Yeah.
It, for some reason, is like so fast paced. There's always these like cute little quirky character dynamics. Cassandra does it best, but like these are just the kind of books that I'm drawn to, and like I'm okay with that.
yeah.
Before you go, can I ask, do you guys know who Christopher Moore is?
No. What is he?
He's a writer. It's not literature. He's hilarious. He's so fucking funny. But he has 2 books. One of them is, the first one is A Dirty Job. He has multiple books, but it's the duology, I guess. A Dirty Job. It is so funny, and it is he's essentially doing Death's job, and he's a guy in New York, and he's got and I honestly can't remember because it's been years since I've read this, but I know there's like 2 bloodhounds that are like super fucking funny, and he works in this antique shop, and like the antique item will glow, and he has to go find the person that it belongs to, and he's
that's
basically
fun.
but he's so, Christopher Moore overall is just so, he also wrote Fool, which was really funny. It's a take on King Lear. He wrote Lamb, which is hilarious because
I've heard of that.
it's Biff.
Yeah.
It's Jesus' best friend, Biff, and it's so freaking funny. And like you guys would probably like him even more than I did because I don't get any of the references, but it's so funny.
Cool.
Anyway, he's basically a demon guy, so if that maybe
I love
you
demon
might like him.
guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
But A Dirty Job. And then there was the second one. I didn't like the second one as much as I liked the first one. But I remember laughing out loud with that book. So
That's awesome.
there's a fun one.
Yeah.
Life changing.
Several.
Ew, fun.
I laugh sometimes. Sorry.
Okay, Casey. I
Okay.
want No, I have so much
I
more.
was about to say,
So
I
cool.
literally see
I
more.
wanted to limit myself.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I think we're gonna have a lot of overlap, and I'm gonna go yes.
Oh, okay.
Every single time y'all go.
We can do an end, like, shout out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What didn't you say?
Honorary mentions. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Well, I will pick up exactly where you left
Thank
off
God.
because The Mortal Instruments is also like one of my top. That was the first one I remember reading. Like, I think the first 2 or 3 were out when I started reading them. And so I read through, and they're like pretty big books, but you read through, I mean, did you read all of
Yeah,
the?
yeah.
Yeah, for big books, they're so quick.
You read through it really quick. And then I think 3 were out, and then I finished the 3rd one. I thought it was a trilogy, so I was like, okay, I'm going to be done. And then it was not done at all. And I remember my sweet stepdad drove me to Walmart at like 11:30 at night to get the 4th one.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it was awesome. So that was the first. I think I was just like obsessive over it. Jace was my first book boyfriend. Loved him. Even made it through the weird brother sister thing. You know.
Yeah.
that was-
Spoiled that for Michelle a little bit.
And then the brother sister thing happens again in the last.
it kind of lingers. Yeah. Anyways, so
Moving on.
loved that series. That one for sure is like easily number 1. Even though I do think that did you ever read the Clockwork Angel?
No.
I know you did. I think those are the best.
They're so good. It's hard for me to like be unbiased about it.
Yeah.
Because Immortal
Yeah.
Instruments were first for me.
Yeah,
you know?
me too. Yeah, but I mean,
But they were.
my second book boyfriend, Will, was better. So.
Will is obviously
Will's
better.
better,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like number 1 series. I tried to pick stuff because I knew like Harry Potter obviously is on my list as well. Also Twilight, The Hunger Games.
Yes.
All of
Yep.
those are
Yep.
on there. So I tried to really focus on some maybe things that wouldn't be on y'all's list. Have y'all
The cats are playing.
Oh my god, that's so cute. My kids never played together.
I love
Straight
when they
up
do that.
brawling.
It's awesome.
I know, we're like, it's so cute. They're like, this is a battle to the death.
I love them.
Anytime I see Oliver like sort of exercise. I'm like, yes, keep it up. Like, he's way obese, by the way, guys.
Oh, they're
That
done.
was so delightful. Casey?
Anyways,
Casey, hit us
yeah, I just need that recentering
Yeah.
right there.
Beep, beep,
Have y'all heard of Beautiful Disaster by Jamie Maguire?
Yes. Wait, did you watch
is
the
that
movie?
the movie with
I have
Cole
not
Dylan
seen the movie.
Sprouse?
Yes.
But it's a book first.
So
And the movie is wild. Do
I
not-
saw like
the
commentary
book is
on the
wild.
movie.
So I read this. I was probably like 12, maybe.
Oh God.
Yeah, I
Wow,
haven't
girl.
seen the movie. Yeah, I just I got my Nook because I'm lame.
I had it too. I think I still have it.
And I mean, my parents didn't pay attention to what
Sure.
I was doing. And so I saw, this cover and I was like, yeah, he's shirtless. I'm going to get that.
Ooh.
Y'all, this book. So you watched the movie.
Yeah.
It
I watched the
is-
sequel.
Oh, I didn't even know there was
There's
a
a
sequel.
sequel.
I'm pretty sure. It was
It's-
crazy.
It's so toxic. It's
Yeah.
like the worst.
He's like a fighter,
Yeah.
right?
He's a fighter. Literally, the opening scene, they're in college, and she goes to this like house fight, and he punches somebody so hard that blood like sprays onto her, and then he like starts calling her pigeon after that.
The worst.
Which is not
The worst
romantic
name.
as a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
He calls her
Hey,
pigeon.
sexy pigeon.
Later, he gets the word pigeon tattooed onto his body. Oh, like a month later.
Okay.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. It's so toxic. But I was obsessed. I think I read it like 5 times that year. I was obsessed
You
with
should watch
it.
the movies. I need you to watch the movies.
Okay, I will, and give feedback.
Give feedback.
Yeah, so I was obsessed with that one. And then my last one, which I am hoping, I feel like you might have read them, the Lux series. Did you read that?
No.
Oh my gosh.
What's-
Okay, you should.
What's like the first one's name?
It's called Lux. The first one is Lux, then it's like Rumors. They're these covers. You might have.
I've never
Does
heard
that
of it.
sound? No.
It sounds familiar, but I never read it.
It was Anna Godberson, but it's basically like Gossip Girl in the late 1800s in Manhattan.
It's like one of, I think, Becca's favorite book series.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And all the covers are these girls in like huge dresses, and it's just like this. It's based on these 2 sisters, and they're like had a lot of family money, and then they don't, so they have to marry and whatever, and all their shenanigans. I was obsessed.
That sounds great.
Yes,
I mean,
it was
count
so
me
fun.
in.
It was so fun. So, yeah.
Good ones.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay.
The pressure's on.
I know. Wait. Okay. I'm gonna go a series of unfortunate events
Oh,
first.
yay.
Oh,
What
Yeah.
a great one.
Lemony.
I think Michelle, you were talking about I think actually Gigi made the comment about books that like make you cry and you're like, oh, Bridget Terabith, yeah, that was
Yeah.
it. That book, like when you said like you realized like books had like an impact, that was a series of unfortunate events for me because it was like so kind of like dark for
Very
like a
dark.
children's book,
Yeah.
arguably, but I loved it and I felt like I resonated with like the characters and I loved how like the 3 siblings were very crafty. Like whenever Violet would tie up her hair, I was like, icon.
She was cool as hell.
Yeah, so I really love those books. And they were so sad, but also uplifting and just dark and twisted. And
I love
loved
the
it.
movie too.
Yes,
The movie,
they
they
could
did a
have given
great
me
job.
so many more movies.
Yeah,
I know.
It was
Should
so
have.
good
Yeah.
because it was the first 3 books into one movie.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Are we allowed to do that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is a cat house. They can honestly do whatever they want for all I care.
Okay, then I'm gonna go to like the Gallagher Girl series. Have you guys read these? They're by Allie Carter.
Oh, the spy
The
ones?
spy ones.
Okay, my babysitter read those, and I thought she was so cool, but I never read
I
them.
was obsessed with them. Allie Carter now writes adult spy novels, and it's like so reminiscent. Like the writing is still the same, but like it's slightly more mature. She does like closed door romance, so it's nothing like super explicit, but it's really fun. They read like a spy movie would.
I read her adult Christmas one that came out was so good.
yeah.
The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, I think. Yeah. And they're really fun. So like they have like the longest titles ever. The first one is I'd Tell You I Love You, but then I'd have to kill you, Cross My Heart and Hope to Spy. Like it's really fun things like that. And I think it was so impactful because it was the first book series I read where the first boy who was introduced as like the love interest was not the love interest for the rest of the series.
Oh.
Yeah, they introduced someone else in the second book, and I was like, look at me not sticking with the first boy introduced. It was really like fun, but they're just so like nostalgic for me. And now that she's writing adult novels, I'm like, oh, I don't have to give it up.
Yeah.
So I love those. Okay. Anything written by Sarah Dessen.
What, like, give me a title.
This Lullaby, Along for the Ride, Truth About Forever.
I feel like if you saw the book
Yeah.
covers,
Okay.
you would know.
Yeah.
Okay. It was very iconic of that time.
Yeah, she's like crazy successful. She lives in Chapel Hill, and all of her books are kind of like these interconnected Easter eggs. Like they all take place on this coastal North Carolina town or adjacent to it. And I loved everything she wrote. The Truth About Forever was my favorite, but she has a new young adult book coming out next year. And oh my God, the way that I'm going to be like buying it immediately. Like I can't wait to read it because I'm like, this woman hasn't written in forever, and I love her books. I like traveled multiple times to multiple of her signings because I was obsessed with her.
By any chance, were one of them like she falls in love with her like best friend's brother at the lake sort of thing, or at the beach?
It seems likely.
Because
but-
I read a book like that, but I couldn't tell you the name of it. So like maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, let's go with it.
So it's similar, maybe,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay.
And then Hush Hush.
That was on my
This
list.
is on your, I
Yeah.
loved Hush Hush. Patch was like the
Patch.
first, like that was I think where I was like, I like morally gray main male characters.
Shadow
like,
daddy.
Yeah, like a shadow
Original
daddy.
shadow
Like,
daddy.
it's about fallen angels, Michelle, and it was a really good. It's a trilogy.
Yeah.
Love it.
It was going to be made into a movie, and then they canceled
because
it.
of COVID. They announced it right before COVID
oh, it was
happened.
that recent.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was like, yes, I was so excited because the actress that was going to play Nora, her name is
I have no idea.
Liana Libertito. Liberto.
What would she been in?
She's in a lot of things, but she's kind of does like maybe more indie stuff. Have you guys heard of the show? Shoot, it's a recent podcast TV show that came out. Like, it has Kaylee Cuoco in it.
I didn't see it, but my sister loved it, and she told me to watch it. I never watched it.
It like has a play on of a podcast.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yes.
She's like Kaylee Cuoco's sister in it.
Okay.
She was in one of my favorite movies, which I've told you about, which is called Stuck in Love.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
And she's in a bunch of different things. You would recognize her, I think, if you saw her.
Okay.
And I was so excited for her to play Nora, but I don't know that they canceled it. I think it's still in pre-production. They just haven't done anything with it, probably because the actors are now 5 years older.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Which is heartbreaking. And then, okay, last one. I have a couple more, but those will be honorable mentions. The last one that I wish that I could reread again, because that was kind of also like the prompt, was Outlander. But just
yeah.
the
Oh, yeah,
first
just-
Outlander.
Yeah.
I only read the first one.
Yeah, I read it like maybe up to book 5 or whatever, but oh my God, like though I have such a visceral memory of reading Outlander, and I had such a like aggressive reaction to the first 3 books. Like when something happens in the end of the second book, like I'm sobbing. Like my friend took a video of me because I literally couldn't talk. I was sobbing so hard.
Yeah.
It just really hit me in the feels, and then I became like kind of obsessed with Scotland from that moment on, and we went to
Nice.
Scotland and did like an Outlander tour and everything like that.
fun.
So I just was like, I'm like, if I could move to Scotland and tomorrow I would. But anyway, so that one like clearly had an impact on my
Yep.
brain. So
Yep.
yeah, those are mine.
Nice.
Um,
You guys read so many series. That's it's amazing.
I love series.
Yeah.
I've always been a series person rather than like a standalone.
Yeah.
All right, rapid fire
Honorable
flash
mentions?
round.
How rapid fire?
I have
Just
I have the Poisonwood Bible
Okay.
and
Wait, you
Great
love
one.
that book,
Mhm.
don't you?
yeah, by
Yep.
Barbara Kingsolver. And then I also have the Spiderwick Chronicles. And talking
That
about,
sounds familiar.
you know, how like magic was introduced for you. That's when magic was introduced for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have the Beacon Street Girls.
Never heard of that.
That was like my first chapter book. It's
Oh,
like
cool.
teenage girls, like
Yeah.
very young. And then what was the other one I was gonna say? Oh, Brave New World. That was like so.
Yeah.
that was when my dystopian love of dystopian started. Yeah.
Very cool.
I can't believe neither one of y'all said Divergent.
Obviously.
It wasn't that impactful for me.
It was. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah. The Selection
Oh yeah.
was a big that was a big one for me. And then my weird last one wasn't a book, it was just an author. Well, I guess I read My Sister's Keeper in 5th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
And sobbed, and I loved that it made me so sad. So I read Jodi Picoult for like a year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Super inappropriate for like a 5th to 6th grader. I was reading about all these
You're
things.
like, I
that
had my note. My parents didn't know.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those were mine.
I wasn't going to say this just because you said inappropriate and parents knowing or not knowing. I did read all of the Flowers in the Attic series.
Okay.
And I was probably 12 years old.
Those are such a
Insane.
weird, crazy thing.
I read, like, devoured those books. And that was my mom.
Speaking
pretty
of
much
brother,
only
sister.
read. I know, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And my mom only read smut at the time. And so, like, I would just grab
Was
some
she-
of her, like that's literally all she read. So I read Flowers in the Attic first, and then she had I think it's 9 books, and
There's
I read
a
them
lot,
back to back, devoured those books.
Did you guys ever watch the made-for-TV movie about it? 'Cause I did.
Oh, terrible. Yeah.
Gigi's like, you guys are disturbed.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yes, truly
Yeah.
disturbed.
It is so weird, but I don't know why there's such a it
Draw
makes
to
you
it.
It makes you so curious that
It's
you
so
have
disturbing.
to.
Well, in all honesty, though, I don't even think. I mean, maybe this is me like mentally justifying it, but like it wasn't even their relationship. It's the fact that this woman locked her children in an attic, and this was supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like,
Michelle's like, let me look at the dark side of
I
it.
know, right? I know, sorry. It is so fun. It was so fun. I laughed the whole time. No, and then I do have. I Know This Much Is True, which was a series. It was a short series by Mark Ruffalo played the guy, but I read it years and years and years ago. And it's 2 twins, and one has schizophrenia and one doesn't, and it's their relationship in there. Like I loved that book. It's huge. And just because I don't even know what made me think of this, but I wrote down Invisible Monsters, which is Chuck Palahniuk, so the writer of Fight Club.
Yeah.
But that book was so freaking cool. Like the twist in that book was so good, and I was like, this is so much better than Fight Club. I loved that book. And then anything by Kate, which I know I feel so anti-feminist because I know that like literally everything I read is men. But Kate Morton, I freaking love Kate Morton. I love her. So she does like the home and all of that, like as a character of the book, and I love
yes.
that. And she's the dual timeline and the family history and the dark secrets, like all that stuff, and I love that. So yeah.
Can I say one more?
Yes.
It's actually not even a book. It's just like a category. So when I was like, I was in swim team, and so I would constantly come home freezing cold, like wet, you know what I mean? So I took a lot of baths, and that's to say is like I took a lot of baths reading my Nook, and that is to say, like I would randomly buy those like random ass vampire books written in like probably a week, and I just consumed an endless amount of them.
Yeah.
And they're just really bad, but like really good. And I swear, like I'm just impacted by that entire category.
Yeah. Nice.
If you guys want to like a magic recommendation, something fun to read maybe for the fall, it's a trilogy called A Discovery of Witches.
I read the
I've heard
first
good
one.
things about that.
I really love it. I have all 3, so if anyone wants to borrow them, they're good. It's been made into a TV show too, which is
That's
really
why
well
I've-
done.
that's
It is.
why I've heard
It's a
of it.
good-
Okay.
But it's very much like The House is Alive. It's a character, which like for part of it, it's really fun. I really like it because like it's a vampire and witch story.
Love it.
So vampire, I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we want to talk about what we're reading, or does anybody else?
Did everybody go for a rapid
Oh,
fire?
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I'm reading Immortal Consequences. It was my book of the month pick. Obviously, I only bought it because the sprayed edges
I was gonna
are
say, they're so
pink
pretty.
flowers. And I was like, pink flowers? Yes, I'll
It
buy.
is a beautiful book.
Yeah.
But it's actually like, it's a great concept. So the kids go to, it's school in purgatory. And there's 6 kids that are main characters, and they're essentially competing to move on to become like immortal. And if they lose, they just like kind of fade into nothing.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so you get 6 perspectives, but so far, I mean, I'm 60 pages in, but so far the character interactions, and I've talked about that a lot today, but it's really good. Like, they're very quippy. Back and forth is really good chemistry on page between the characters. So I'm having a really good time reading it.
That sounds fun.
That does sound fun. Yeah.
Michelle?
I'm still reading Shield of Sparrows, which I will say has gotten a lot better than.
good.
And not that I wasn't liking it, I was just bored,
Yeah.
like surprisingly bored. But it's gotten better. I really like it. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
Casey?
I technically am not reading anything right now, but
Oh.
I'm about to start not the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but the
Oh. Yeah, the
Carissa
ballad.
Broadbent.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like,
The
it's something
songbird
about
and the snake?
there's song and
The
snake in there.
songbird is something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Songbird and the Heart of Stone.
Ooh,
That's
look
what.
at
Yeah,
you.
yeah. That's right. Yeah. So I just finished Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. Is
Did you
what
like
it is.
it?
I really
Okay.
liked it. Yeah,
I'm excited.
It was like a tiny bit slow, so I gave it 4 instead of 5 stars. But it was like, it was really good.
Is it a novella or is it a full length?
It's a full length. It was
Okay.
like 340 pages.
Okay.
But she recommends you read it before you dive into
yes, because I think
the second duology.
the 2 main characters, or maybe just one, I don't know, but I think those characters tie in a little bit to
Okay.
the next one. And I do feel like if you just see the cover on like Goodreads,
Yeah.
it's like
goofy as
it's-
hell.
It's
Yeah.
very, he's got like horns and white hair.
It
and
doesn't look like as good as the others.
No.
You can
Yeah.
like judge books by the
Yeah.
cover.
Me too.
Yeah, and so my cover is like really pretty. Like I got it from the UK, and it's got like sprayed edges, and it's
fun.
and no weird horn guy. But I do think that I had that like weird mental like
Ugh.
ew. And reading it now, I really like those characters, so
Okay.
I think reading it would help.
Okay.
So yeah.
Good to know.
I'm reading Doll Parts.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying it by Penny Zhang. So
Anybody? Oh my god, Almost Famous fans.
Yeah.
Because I want to say Penny Lane every time.
Oh, I
The
know.
Penny Lane.
But also, can we talk about how Penny Zhang is such a good name?
Cool name.
So
Absolutely.
she's that's like her maiden name, and we had a chat about this as like she's using her like maiden name for her author name because it's like such a cool name.
It's such a cool name.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. It's awesome.
I've got like the ebook version of it, like the advanced reader's copy, although everyone's getting the physical
know.
copy. But like when the cover page showed up on the my Kindle, I was like, oh my god, it's just like imagine signing Penny Zhang, such a great name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. I think that's about all we've got for today's episode.
Yeah.
I loved it.
We'll chat you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.